Unscripted, unshackled, uncouth.
What you're about to hear is for more mature audiences only.
It's Miguel and Holly, Uncensored.
Hello and welcome to Miguel and Holly Uncensored. This is our off-air podcast that we do 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We do it live around 10:30. If you ever want to hop onto our YouTube or Facebook page and check it out. And if you didn't know we have a YouTube channel, we do. Miguel and Holly on YouTube. You can always check us out there. All the videos we do. Make sure to check out our other podcasts like Miguel and Holly Full Show. And please, please, please make sure to share it with someone else or share it to your Instagram. Like, oh my God, why is it escaping me right now? What's her name? She posted all the time. She did it yesterday. She posted about the podcast on her Instagram story.
Oh, Beach Babe Amber.
Yes, Beach Babe Amber.
Love her.
Thank you. Thank you. Holly, we can't hear you. Wait, hold on.
Oh, what about now?
There we go. Okay.
I was like, oh, Beach Babe Amber. And you're like, who is it?
Yeah. I was like, what? Huh?
Microphone. One of the many buttons on the board was off.
Literally. All right, we're gonna just jump right into this. Let's welcome Worker Stacy.
Hello. How is everybody?
You?
Good. How's everything with you guys? Okay, so can we talk about a few things? Because I am flying out of the gates today. It's going to be a very good time today. First and foremost, my favorite time of year starts tomorrow. Do you know what it is? May 20th.
2020?
Well, there's that too. But it starts tourist season.
Oh.
Yes. So I know none of you guys can care, but those May babies and late April babies are quite excited about what's happening tomorrow. Also, how's everyone dealing with the great, amazing retrograde?
I'm feeling
Wait,
it.
Stacy. Well, first of all, the retrograde's over. Second of all,
Is it? I thought it was going until the 25th.
Is it? I thought it was
Yes.
over already.
Dang.
Okay, but
I'm feeling it.
forget about the retrograde for a second. Can you stop tap dancing around the fact that it's your birthday?
Maybe. My birthday's on the 5th. Yeah.
Yes.
Cinco
Like-
de Mayo.
Cinco de Stacy. It's
Stacy's birthday's coming up. Hey. All right, we can only play 5 seconds.
Yeah, that's fine. We all
We
get in
gotta go though, because there's one. This is gonna be a big one today. So can I make my calls of what I feel first before we start?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
There's a dad, there's a grandmother, and there's relationship advice.
Okay.
Ooh.
Are you ready to dive in?
Let's go, boo boo.
Let's figure out who's who.
All
That's
right,
it.
let's go to Jessie first. Jessie, how are you?
I'm good. How are y'all?
Wonderful. Now, before we turn you over to Worker Stacy, Jessie, where are you? Are you in Charlotte?
I'm in TGK.
Okay, where's that?
It's like right between Fort Mill and Charlotte.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you so much for listening to the on-air show. And now you are in the Platypus Posse. That's what we call fan members who listen and watch the podcast. So welcome. And now we're going to turn you over to Worker Stacy. So Holly, producer Kelvin, and myself will turn our microphones down and off, and it's just you and Stacy.
Okay.
Hello, how are you, Jessie?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Don't be nervous, okay? We're just gonna.
I'm a little nervous.
I know, I can feel you. Don't be. I promise. This is gonna be painless and actually fun. So here's the dealio. I work solely and strictly through God. You're always in charge of your own fate. You're always in charge of your own destiny. And I do this with the Holy Spirit. It's the best way I can describe this. So, honey, I need to give you like massive amounts of reassurance. And I don't know how to explain this better than to let you. Is your grandmother on your dad's side passed?
Yes. No, on my dad's side, no.
No, but your mom's mom has passed, correct?
Yes,
Did she
ma'am.
help raise you? Because I'm confused about this, and please forgive me. But it's almost like one grandmother was able to be around, the other one kind of left too soon or lived further away. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is your mom's mom passed when you were smaller?
Yes, when I was 14.
Okay, because it's the matter thing of like where she's walked beside you through your life to let you know that you're always with her and that she's always with you. Does that make sense to you? You look
Yes,
like
ma'am.
her in the eyes, and you look like her with your nose and the smile. You look like you could be her daughter. So that means to me that you look just like your mom, which is kind of
Yeah.
funny to me. You've got your dad's personality, but your mom's looks and demeanor.
Mhm.
Okay. I need you to, butterflies are a major thing. And I only say that because, like, it's so weird. Randomly, 3 butterflies came over my head in my head. Okay. Which indicates to me there's 3 people here for you that you've lost throughout the years. And I need you to understand that butterflies are kind of your sign to let you know that heaven's not far and that you're always connected to those people that you have lost. Is your mom also going through some stuff too? Because it's like they're trying to surround you with strength for your family.
Mhm.
Is one of your parents facing any health issues at all?
My mom is dealing with alcoholism right now, so she's
Okay.
been sober for over a year.
That's massive. Okay. Please let her mom know, or let your mom, sorry, how proud she is of her. Okay.
Okay.
Because this is a really big battle for your mama, and she's doing better in her, like, I don't know if you can even understand how much she battles every day. And
Yes.
just please let her know that she's got heaven behind her, rooting her on,
Okay.
please. Also, are you in the middle of like trying? This sounds so strange, but it's almost like there's a work change or something new happening for you with your career. Please be
Yes, ma'am.
willing to accept it and enjoy it, because this is a very, very good new start for you. Did you just start a new job, or?
I'm about to.
Okay, excellent. It's going to be fantastic for you. And you're going to actually find a home here where you're going to find people that you work with that are going to turn into like family to you.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
Not really. I was just wondering if you were getting a present from my dad.
Yes. I okay, so before we started this, I jokingly laughed and said there's a grandmother and a dad here.
Hmm.
And you've got to know that he apologizes for leaving so soon. You didn't get to say goodbye to him properly, because
No.
he keeps showing me like loose ends, and that indicates to me that he left without being able to say goodbye to you. I want you to know it's so cool because you are like your dad. You have his personality, the heart, the sweetness is your dad. Um how long ago did he pass? Because it's like
Um,
it kills me, because it's almost been like trying to pick up sand between your fingers and trying to hold things together for everybody, and you can't.
May will be 4 years.
Okay. I want you to know he's always with you. I want you to, and again, the butterflies. Remember, there's 3 people. So there's your grandmother, your father, and who's the other one? It's a male as well.
I've lost both of my male grandparents.
And he's with his dad. His dad passed before he did, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, because his dad welcomed him into heaven with Jesus. He didn't suffer either. Did he have cancer, or what happened with his breathing?
My grandfather,
Yes.
he died of cancer.
Okay. He fought a damn good fight. Thank you so much for allowing me to talk to you. And please know that your dad is always there. That's so amazing.
Jesse, thank you for we're stepping back in. Thank you for letting us take part of that. What is, obviously, missing your dad, but like what's really, because I feel like there was something that she said that really like just hit you in the gut. What was that?
Just kind of like it's a struggle for me every day because with my dad, I don't know if there should be like a trigger warning, but he shot himself. And so just every day just kind of wondering, and he died when I was 19, and now I have a kid, and so he's not able to meet her or walk me down the aisle or anything, and so it's just been really hard.
It's interesting because with your daughter, it's almost like sometimes she sees him. Okay. And I need you to also realize, and again, this is going to be a trigger warning, so we have to really, I want to step around this very gently. It feels like there were other things at play. There was depression. Was he also drinking? Because he doesn't feel like himself when he did this. Because there's like, did he have any drugs or alcohol when he did this? Do you guys know?
Not really.
Okay. It just feels like he wasn't himself. It's almost like he was doing this because he thought he was doing everybody else a favor, and kind of like, but it also feels like he's just like, enough. I'm done. I'm tired. I don't want to do this anymore. Does that make sense to you?
I know. Yeah, I know he got into a fight with my stepmom. And then he drove home and did it. And it's just kind of been a struggle because, like, he texted my sister and I before it. And so it's always just been kind of a struggle for the both of us to, you know, be like, who got the last message, or when he texted my sister, was that the last thing before he did it? And so that's where, you know, it's a lot.
Absolutely. I just want you to know it was almost his way of reaching out just to let you know that he really did care about you guys. Is your sister older or younger than you? Because it feels like he did it in birth order. Okay. When he sent out those text messages.
I think we have a little lag here with Could you hear her? Uh-oh. Jesse? Uh-oh. I think Jesse, you there?
Yeah, it's just kind of breaking up a little bit.
Oh. Well, here's what we'll do is we'll get you Stacy's information so you can reach out to her. Thank you so much, because we know that is not easy to talk about, and especially with a whole audience. So thank you for trusting us with that information and with your story. Really appreciate it.
Deeply.
Yeah, I really appreciate it too.
God bless you, honey.
We're sending you some big hugs, and you are now in the Platypus Posse, girl.
Okay.
Alrighty, bye. Oh.
I really tried to do that very delicately, because I mean, if I was in a normal session, there's a lot more I would say, but because I do like to kind of keep things private for a lot of different reasons, I didn't go too big, but I felt them like, and I'm goofing around going, oh, but I mean, that male energy, as soon as I sat down and opened up my computer, he goes, okay, it's time. And I knew. And then the grandmother, that was so weird. Anyways, okay, let's keep going.
My goodness.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Mary. Mary, how are you?
I'm doing good, and you guys?
Wonderful. Now, before we turn you over to Stacy, where about are you, Mary?
My exact location, I'm in Lancaster. I just came back from a house we purchased about 2 years ago, and I just went to pick up some rakes so I can go to my kids' school for Earth Day. But then I end up mowing the grass, and I was like, oh my God, it's already going to be 10:30.
Awesome. Well, glad that we can be able to help you with this. And you heard us give the spiel to Jesse that you're now in the Platypus Posse, so welcome. And we are going to turn our microphones down and turn you over to Soul Worker Stacy.
Hello, good morning, Mary. How are you?
Oh, good morning. I'm doing good.
I'm
Today I'm
so
really good.
excited that you did this today because you don't normally do anything like this. So this is a privilege. So I really deeply
Yeah,
appreciate it.
I've been
First and
wanting to do this for a while.
it means the world to me. First and foremost, you're in that house for a long time. Stop stressing. And it almost feels like you're going to be able to. I don't know if you already did or if you're planning on it, but it's like pulling it out and making it your own, which means in my head, you're going to gut the inside or you're rearranging the inside for your liking for you.
Yeah.
You're personalizing it. You're not leaving this house for a long time. It's just it feels like home. It feels rooted. It feels like this is going to be a massive part of your story in your life. Your babies are good, happy, healthy. Could you be pregnant now?
Oh my God, no.
Okay, did you happen to lose a pregnancy if you don't mind me asking?
No. I actually have 6 kids.
Okay, because I keep seeing there's another soul to come into your family.
Okay.
So it's either an animal or someone that is very close to you, related to you, a cousin, a sister, someone's getting pregnant.
Um, well, my nephew's having a baby girl in May,
Thank
and
you.
my sister was pregnant at the same time as me when I had my last baby, and she had a miscarriage.
I want you to let her know, please, that that baby is with you guys, that that baby is okay, and that that baby seriously 100% didn't suffer. Okay, it's almost like I I would you mind sending your sister my way? I'll even talk to her for
Um,
free.
she, when we barely found out we were pregnant, she was dating a younger gentleman at that time. I moved to North Carolina for her to be with my sister to help her out. And she's been through a lot of relationships, and this last relationship was just
It was a
not good
rough
for
one.
her.
It's almost like
Yeah,
that the only reason I say this, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it, and I'm sorry, and sometimes this happens, the soul isn't ready to come out yet because we're not ready for them.
yeah. She moved
Okay,
back home with our family in Colorado. It was
fantastic.
it was really bad for her.
I need, if she's ever willing to get pregnant again or even planning on it, I feel like that baby would return. Okay,
Okay, that's
please
nice
just
to
let
know.
her know that because seriously, that that baby is just around you guys.
She
Just
was so excited.
and she's
We
gonna
were
make such
both
a great
excited.
mama. She really
Okay,
will. All right. She's just got to get herself together and the
oh yeah,
relationship stuff that she allows in her life. It's got to get,
I
she's got to
know,
stand up her standards.
I know. It just
Also, you are beautiful. You are wonderful. Stop being so damn hard on yourself about the way you look, about the way you dress. You are a light. You walk into a room and people just gravitate towards you. It doesn't matter what you look like, it's who you are. You're so incredible, sweetheart. Honest to God, and you're a great mama. You're not, none of your kids are going to end up in jail, so stop. It's like one of your weird fears that you're going to like really mess them up. You're doing such a good time. Do you want to know what one thing that I absolutely love that you do with them?
what?
You have snuggle time in your bed where you guys just all lay there and watch TV and relax.
Yeah, we do that sometimes. I go to my room to be alone, and then everybody's like, "Oh,
I
what are you
always go
watching?"
through.
And I'm like, "I'm
Absolutely.
into my room to be watching something you guys can't watch." And like, "Oh, I love the ministry. I like watching CSI." And I'm like, "Oh, you guys can't watch this." And then it's just,
Don't be
you know,
surprised.
I just let them at the end because we just spend time, or we just end up play fighting on the bed, tickle time.
Yep.
Even my 12-year-old starts to cuddle more often, and he's a boy. You know how they get when they are older.
Oh, I
And
yes.
so I like that. I wish I could have done that more with my oldest.
No, you did exactly what you needed to do with your oldest. Also, with that 12-year-old, do not be surprised if he's in the military, air like literally Air Force, and then don't be surprised if he ends up like being a police officer or like an
He really
FBI
wants to be
agent.
a police officer, and he like something else. Like I'm like, how are you gonna be a police officer and do this? It's like it doesn't mix. I'm like, you gotta find something that Like if you're gonna be police, maybe you can be a private security for a nightclub, something that pieced together. I'm like, you can't just be like two different weird jobs. I'm like, you gotta
Well,
think
a lot,
of the future.
you would be so surprised. And a lot of the agencies will
Monday.
train and let them work. Like if they're underage of like 21, a lot of agencies will let them begin in like the jail and in corrections. And then they can
Yeah.
move to being a patrol.
I
So
I have a cousin who's a nurse and she works in corrections, her and her husband, and they make really good money, and I tell them that
yep.
there's lots of jobs out there. Sorry about this
Please don't
3-year-old.
be sorry.
My old phone died on him, so it doesn't work for him anymore.
Honey, I'm a mama of 5. This is nothing.
It's a little hectic sometimes. We had
And
a school.
expectations are planned disappointments. You just go with it. And sometimes it's okay for the house to be a mess. Sometimes it's okay. You got to let it go. You got to start being nicer to yourself.
I do do that, but we're going through some stuff right now, especially with my partner, my husband, and he's like, if you don't clean up, stuff's gonna get thrown away. And he's been going through some health problems, and the doctor said it might be your house, it might be the environment, it might be something, and he literally said to the doctor, my wife is the one that makes me itch every morning, every time I come home. And I was like, yeah, it might be anxiety. Our house is messy, it's horrible, I hate it, and
And
it's
he
hard.
doesn't help you. You're kind of like on your own with all this most of the time. And I understand. Also, he does have allergies, but it's more to food than to the house.
Okay.
He's got to really stop doing the gluten and the dairy. The dairy makes bathroom time fun, but the gluten is what's giving him the rashes and the
Okay.
itching. So
I'm happy to find that out because we go through a lot. We were going on 15 years married in June. My kids' graduations. I have 2 graduating schools. Okay, Elliot, hold on. And so we're going through a lot, ups and downs.
yep. But
Okay.
he's your person for a long time. And I just want you to embrace the crazy and stop being so hard on you.
Okay, thank you.
And you're beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for letting us talk to you.
Thank you, Mary, so much for letting us be a part of your story. And thank you for being vulnerable and sharing with us as we're watching this all go down. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
I greatly appreciate it also.
God bless
Absolutely.
you.
Well, welcome to the Platypus Posse, Mary. Absolutely. You have a great day, okay?
Bye.
Bye, honey.
Bye.
Poor thing. She's like, I gotta deal with these kids.
And like, listen, when a kid is bored and hungry, it is relentless. It is just a net.
They
They're like-
pull it out of a place.
They're like, I have one person that I have to depend on for everything. Where are you at, Ma?
Yep.
Ma. I get
She's
it.
like, I'm trying to fill my cup up so I can fill your cup up.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things that only mom will do. It doesn't matter how many people are there to help. It's mom, and it's only going to be mom. So yeah, it's a thing. That was a good one. That made me feel better.
It's so interesting because it's just such a varying degree of like what people are looking for, because you don't know if they're trying to connect with, or you don't know if someone is going to come through from the beyond, or if someone is looking for a little guidance on what's happening in their lives at the moment. You just never know.
Oh, absolutely. I've had people contact me with the expectation of, getting information about a loved one that's in heaven, and then it go on to a whole different course because we have to be caught up on what's going on with life. And then they're like, wait a second. But it's always, don't ever have any expectations coming into these sessions. Have an open heart, open mind, and let God just let it be and see what happens.
What you want, but what you need.
Exactly.
He's like Black Sam.
Exactly. Rest in peace. We'll have to explain that one in a little bit.
I'm sorry.
Great setup for our last person of the day, welcome Miss Heidi to the podcast. Hi, Heidi.
Hi.
Now, Heidi, where are you?
I'm actually in Lancaster too, just like Mary.
Oh, lovely. I love that. All right, Lancaster sisters. So like you heard us say earlier, this is you and Stacy having a private session. We are going to turn our mic down, and it is you and Stacy.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am great, Miss Heidi. Okay. So, as you know, I work solely and strictly through God. You're always in charge of your own fate. You're always in charge of your own destiny. And we're going to go in 3 different directions with you. And I deeply apologize, but you have a lot on you and you carry the world on you. First and foremost, is your dad passed?
No.
Okay, what's going on with that whole situation, if you don't want me asking? Because it's like very, very, very heavy on you.
I live with him.
That would be why. Okay. Thank you. I deeply appreciate that. Is he going through any kind of health problems at all?
Yeah, he's very sick.
Okay. So sometimes when I feel people like this is usually when they're really sick or if they have dementia, if they have Alzheimer's, all of that. I want you to keep playing music and letting him watch the TV. The snacks help immensely and your kids help immensely. Yeah. I mean, they kind of keep him going.
Yeah.
Okay. He doesn't complain about half the stuff that goes on. He's very weak at times. What's with his legs? Can he walk or is it just the weakness?
No, he had part of his spine removed from cancer, so he's a grumpy old man who tries to do everything.
Yes. And it's like I said, those babies keep him going.
Yeah, except he complains about everything.
Of course. Because why wouldn't he? So I completely understand. You just have everything on top of you. Okay. I'm sorry. Are you also working from home on top of everything else?
No, I work nights and then I do
because it feels like you bring your home, like work home.
Yeah, I do everything together.
Okay.
I have to.
Okay. Sorry. It's just I'm in awe of you right now. I don't mean to be like, just you blow my mind. Because I can see all of the things that you go through in a day, and it's like you constantly go, 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 go.
Yeah.
Okay. I need you to know you're doing the right thing. You're doing a really good job. Has that cancer gone into 3 different places, or has it come back 3 different times?
I have no idea. He won't let you know. And my mom died. So
I was going to say your mom, you are a carbon copy of your mother's face. It's crazy. Even the glasses, it's like you are your mom.
Yeah.
She's so sorry. You promised her. You keep doing what's best, and she knows how hard this is. She knows she's with you, okay? Always with you. It's one of those things of how long ago did she pass? Because it feels like, did he get sick after she passed or she died while all this was going on with him?
He got sick first and she died out of nowhere.
That's what I thought. It feels
we thought he was going to die and she died.
Because she blacked out. Like she just shows me blacking out.
She went to the doctors and never woke up again.
Mm-hmm. You did good. Okay. Did you have who was she hooked up on a machine before she passed? If you don't want me asking, okay.
Yeah.
Because I keep feeling people touch my hands, and somebody told her it was okay to go. Like
my
this.
Dad.
Okay.
My dad. It was during COVID. We weren't allowed to see her.
Okay. So
she only was allowed to see my dad.
And it feels like you still tried talking to her. It feels like even in your mind and stuff like that. And I just want you to know she heard you. Like she was there with you. She's always watching this kid. Like he's hysterical. For all of you guys who's listening, she has her son walking around the house and he's so cute. She wants you to be patient. She wants you to understand that you're doing the best you can and to just continue to keep going. She wants you to know that she knows that she's doing the best, that you are doing the best that you can.
Thank you.
You're not letting anybody down. It's okay to go for a drive and to take space when it's getting too heavy. You need to start doing that a little bit more and eating a little bit more. Love you. You're not eating the way you should. Also, what's going on with your relationship stuff?
There isn't any.
I didn't think so. Because it's like, that's the other thing too. Once everything is settled with your dad and all of that part is over with, that next chapter is going to be basically kind of like your reward for everything you've endured. And it's almost like, okay, once this chapter's done, you'll be able to move to the next chapter. And that feels like marriage. That feels like a new life. That feels like even getting out of where you live now and moving out and doing something else in a different area. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does.
I just want you to know it's going to be okay. And do you have questions for me?
Just curious, does anybody older come through at all, or any children?
I was going to say, do you want me to list off everything that I feel right now?
Yeah, please.
Okay. There's your mother. Does she have a sister who died too? It's either her mother or her sister.
Mother.
Okay.
Her mother.
She takes responsibility for you. And also, did she help raise you?
Yes.
Okay. Because it's like, wait a second. She's like another mom because she keeps putting you on her lap and she keeps holding you.
Yeah, she's like my mom.
Yeah. I want you to know how. So you cook like her, don't you? When you finally start baking, you do her stuff.
I only do everything like her.
Yeah. And it's just, please know that she's taking taking note of this. Like, hi, that's how I know. It's just validation to let you know that she follows. Like, you follow her life the way. And it's almost like similar story. Like, you guys have a similar timeline of stories too. Like, you guys have very similar lives. Even when she was alive, you follow kind of.
Yeah.
Okay. She just wants you to know that she's always with you and she's always doing it with you.
Thank you.
So is that her necklace or is that your mom's necklace?
No, it's just a necklace.
Okay. Where's her necklace?
My sister won't give it to me.
Okay. Thank you. That belongs to you.
Yeah, it was supposed to go to me. I knew that.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I'll get out of your family drama. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. If she hears this, your grandmother told you to give it back.
I was going to say, you can play this back for her.
I've already put it on Facebook that they need to listen to it. So.
Awesome sauce. I love it. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Heidi, for letting us hop in and observe everything. Before we let you go, like, I was trying to remember back, there was like something that Stacy said that got you emotional from like, what was it?
It could have been different things. Probably how everything's like on my shoulders.
Right.
Yeah, I have to basically take over my mom's job, and it sucks.
Yeah, we have Holly, who was a caretaker for her mom, and my mom was a caretaker for her mom, my grandmother, and so
it sucks.
Unrelenting. It sucks.
It is.
Sucks so much when you're the only adult, basically.
Yeah, and I get blamed for everything in my family, so it pretty much sucks. Like,
well, just know that
I call myself Cinderella.
Yeah. And the other thing too, Sweet Pea, is don't wear that shirt. You know, when they're trying to put labels on you, when they're trying to like put everything more on you, you don't have to wear it.
Thank you.
Heidi, thank you so much for letting us in, and you have a wonderful weekend, and welcome to the Platypus Posse.
Thank you. You too, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Oh, poor thing.
I know.
what's going on.
I
My
just-
heart
you could
always
just-
goes out to caregivers.
Especially like taking care of her dad, who just sounds like you said, a grumpy old man.
Yeah.
And then having kids and working at night. Like, that is just, you have the world on your shoulders.
Yeah.
That's one thing that we don't talk about enough of. And this is something I almost said to her, and I'm going to probably try to reach out to her or see if you guys can get her to reach out to you guys. The one thing to remember, and that's something that's really important for us to always hold in mind when our parents are getting older, and we do have to be in those positions, you see their personalities change. You see them become not the way they were. You see them kind of be more grumpy and more snappy, and they complain more, and it's almost like they just become miserable. And I truly fully believe that that is a way for us to kind of separate ourselves a little bit, so it's not so debilitatingly crushing when they pass.
I agree. I thought that myself. Like, I was like, I wouldn't choose it necessarily, given the options, but like I had the option, not the option, but like, going through all the stuff I went through with my mom, I was like, when she passed, it was like a relief. And I was like, at least she's at peace, you know? And so I really feel like one of my high school friends, her mom died, not suddenly, but like it was a breast cancer battle. And her mom passed from that, and she was just devastated. And I think is still devastated to this day because she's like, this was my best friend. And I was never best friends with my mom, so I can't really relate to that. But I think it would have been different if she had just dropped out of nowhere in the height of like, I don't know, maybe right after Maya was born or something, as opposed to the years of just emotional drudgery and insanity, like literally insanity.
Oh, absolutely. And I went through the same stuff with my mom. That's one of the things you and I bond over is my mother was a very difficult person in the last years of her life. And it was just exhausting. And when she went, I felt a relief. And sounds so bad, but
it does. But the people that get it. And it's not meant to be disrespectful at all to other people who don't feel that way and don't get it. It's just different.
Yeah.
Everyone's path is different. And I know that we're not alone in feeling that.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I feel that even like when I think about there's sometimes I feel guilty that I don't feel the sadness about my grandmother like I feel about my friend Brandon. Because like with my grandmother, it was like she was a woman who was on the go 24/7, and to be stuck in a bed 24/7 watching TV and someone having to literally help you use the bathroom. She was one of the proudest women that I've ever known, which is one of the reasons why I never can ask for help, because she never did. And so I know that she was not happy in that state. And so I'm like, she's at peace.
Yeah.
She is feeling in a better place, as opposed to my friend Brandon, who it was like out of nowhere.
Correct.
And it's like, whoa, what the fuck? How did that just out of nowhere? And so I completely understand where that sometimes I'm like, oh my God, like when I see my brother post about my grandmother, and I'm like, oh my God, but I'm sad, but I'm like, I'm happy that she is at peace and she's not in that 24/7 jail in her mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's weird about the Brandon thing, and you and I have not talked about this, so this is all very rare, really just on the cue, and you know me, I can't control myself. When he passed, it's like he literally knew he wasn't supposed to be here a long time. He never expected to grow old. He never expected, and he was the kind of person to live life as deep and as big as he could because he knew he wasn't going to live a long time.
Right.
100%. You have been, Stacy's speculation of past life kind of dealio. He's always been your brother, which is also why you guys connected on such a deep level the second you met him. Because the second you met him, you're like, okay, cool. I got you. You got me. And that was the end of it. It was just literally the end of it. I want you to also know. So I guess you guys, so you did the moving thing, but are you guys painting walls or did you guys have to paint walls? Because he's picking on your husband for like moving stuff around on the walls or trying to get the house just right.
Yeah, right before we moved in, Abe painted the townhouse to all of our colors and stuff.
Yeah, and he's been like he's just making fun of him because but that's him. He likes to like move around and like pick, and he loved Abe and like he loves you, and he didn't struggle when he passed because he just shows me that he blacked out. You and I have never even discussed how he passed. Like
no,
we
I've never
about him.
Right.
Yeah.
Because of his family, I don't talk about it because that's private to them.
Yep.
But it was a sudden, unexpected, like just like literally he was hanging out with our other friend Andrew that night and then went home and just gone. Right. We don't know, exactly what happened. But yeah, but it's like that where it was just like, on the phone with a friend at one moment, and then boom, just out.
Yeah. And that honestly is the worst way to lose somebody.
Yeah.
Because it really does help when you see, oh my gosh, when I finally go, my family is going to be celebrating because I am the worst patient ever. Whenever I'm sick or I'm having a flare, I hate being waited on. I despise it. And I know your grandmother was just as bad as I am with that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
she absolutely hated it. But thank you for saying that. But that is, when I think about the time that when Brandon and I first met, and it was like that in college, that's how we bonded so quickly, because I was puking my brains out over drinking 3 shots of Everclear.
Oh,
No one told me, because I was literally just turned 21, had not drank at all, and I was at a party, and they were like, "Oh, drink this Everclear."
oh,
And literally 15 minutes later, I'm in the bathroom puking.
Yeah. That's like grain alcohol.
Yeah.
Basically.
yeah.
We sell that in Ohio. We had to used to drive to Indiana just to get it.
But we always bonded over that. And he used to always be like, "Miguel, I've never seen you drunk. You see me drunk all the time. I saw you that one time. Throw it up." I learned my fucking lesson that one time. And I was like, "Nope, you will not see
again.
that."
What's life without experience?
Literally. Well, Stacy, as always, it is such a pleasure. Thank you so much for sharing your gifts with us and the Platypus Posse. Everyone loves being able to have a little peek inside of what you do. So thank you.
Agreed.
It's so much fun. And thank you so much, you guys. And if you guys are interested in booking a session or looking for me on any kind of social media, I'm on Instagram at Worker Stacy Renee, and you can book a session with me on my website, soulworkerstacyrenee.com.
And you don't only just do, like group sessions or one-on-one sessions, but you also do with pets.
I do.
Matchmaking.
Yes. And you will actually see those options on my website.
Oh, I love that. So if you're
cool.
curious about an array of things, Stacy has it.
Indeed.
Kelvin,
Yeah.
Miss Quiet Sally over here. I saw you getting emotional at some points. Your face started getting red.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, almost got me.
Love you.
Love you.
Kelvin, what's your social media?
At Kelvin Live, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram.
Holly?
Radio Holly on all the things.
And mine is at Miguel Fuller. You can find me everywhere. We will see you all next week. Have a safe weekend. Bye.
Miguel and Holly Uncensored.
Catch it on the iHeartRadio app or anywhere you listen.